Hi, I'm Julie from Julie Loses, and thank you for tuning in to another brief installment of my weight loss video diary. I wanted to I was feeling good, wanted to record some thoughts I'm having, and I'm having an okay hair day. I'm pretty excited right now. There's a lot of good things going on, and I want to kind of grab on and get these down somewhere recorded so that I can look back at them on days when I maybe am not having the best day. So today was a big day. I had scheduled a vet appointment for my little Boston Terrier doggy named Benny. He had to have a vaccination booster, and we needed to get his nails trimmed. I mean, we're just not very good at trimming them, and they had gotten a little long, and I felt bad. But coincidentally, so it's not a gym day today, it's Thursday, and I had all day kind of to myself, had this appointment, looked at the weather, and saw that, the afternoon it was supposed to be sunny, and that is really, 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 really important to me to get outside when it's sunny. I'm from Southern California, and you do not understand how much the sun affects your mood until you move to the Pacific Northwest and try to deal with winters up here. I know that people are dealing with really, really harsh, dangerous winters in many parts of the United States and around the world, but just on an annual basis, it's difficult mood-wise for me to deal with the lack of UV in the winter time. So, sun, I want it. Let's figure out how to go outside. So, I decided that after Benny's appointment, we would go frolicking about near somewhere in town. I didn't know where. I had a few loose ideas. The problem, well, it wasn't a problem, but the first problem I think of is, oh no, what am I going to eat? Because I don't eat out at all, and I'm not used to going out and doing things with my days. If I'm out, I'm usually at the gym, or I have specific strategic plans about how to get back home or get somewhere where I know I have food I can eat. I decided to just make myself a really hearty breakfast. I had this amazing omelet and some apples and some tea. And then I packed a lunch. Who knew? You can pack a lunch. So instead of taking some chicken, I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some, 45 calorie Sara Lee delightfully something, or deliciously, I don't know what it's called, but it's this 45 calorie sandwich bread, and I think it's yummy. And I used about a tablespoon and a half of Adams 100% natural peanut butter. And I had some Welch's Concord grape. It's their natural, they don't include a whole lot of additives to it. So that's the jelly I used. And then I packed an ounce of turkey jerky from Trader Joe's. And I planned my whole day. I tracked everything that I was going to do for breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. You'll see I have my snack here. I planned it all out so that I could be sure that, okay, even though I'm going to have a sandwich, which seems kind of like a weird thing to have when you're dieting, but whatever, it's fine, it's totally fine. I know exactly I'm going to hit my macros perfectly. And I'm on a lower calorie day today, so I'm in the 900 calories. I am doing calorie cycling still. I'm gonna do it for as long as I feel like it. I mean, if I start to feel like I'm not getting enough energy, I'll bump it up so that I'm not doing the cycling. But right now, I want to take advantage of the burn that calorie cycling seems to do for me. And let's see. So yeah, I packed a lunch and off we went to the vet. He's a crazy dog. He loves people and animals, and he loves going out, so we had a fun time. I originally thought maybe we would go to Lake Washington along the Kirkland side of the waterfront and maybe take a walk along the water. But his vet is really, really close to a dog park. So I figured, what the heck? Got some treats, gonna go to the dog park, get a good walk around. I had to park really, really far away to get parking, and that was good because more steps. So I think I'll park in this really, really far parking lot whenever I go there in the future because it's a good way to get extra steps in. And we went and we hung out, and Benny ran around, and I tried to get him to run after me. So it was good outdoor time for me. He got tired. So by about 1 o'clock, we went back to the car, and I ate my lunch in the car, and made sure I had it in a timely manner, and then came home, and I'm feeling really good. So it's been a really good few days, I would say. I don't know why. I'm feeling really empowered right now. I'm feeling really really focused and capable. And it's interesting. I started reading a book called The Willpower Instinct, and I've got it here on my phone a little bit. It's written by one of the McGonagall sisters. There's Kelly McGonagall, who's the writer of this book, and then there's Jane McGonagall, who you'll find on like TED Talks, and she does a lot of psychological studies on video gaming, and so I'm into that. And then her sister, her twin sister, Kelly, actually does a lot of neuropsychology studies, and she's based out of Stanford and is a published author. So she's got this book that everyone has been lauding, that was actually based on a course that she gave at Stanford. And the subtext here is how self-control works, why it matters, and what you can do to get more of it. And I have long felt that willpower is something I either lack or don't know how to harness or what have you. So I thought I would delve into it. I actually, Toomey from The Biggest Loser, I had read an interview with her where she name drops this book, and that was sort of, I had already heard about it, was already thinking about getting it, but when I heard her mention it, I thought, okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet and drop that gift card money on the Kindle book. So I picked it up. I've gone through the first chapter at this point. Going to take it slow. A lot of people approach this book in chapters like they would a course. So they spend like a week just working and doing homework with a particular chapter, and it's actually framed that way. I don't know that I'm actually doing much in the first chapter at this point, but it seems that just being mindful of what willpower is and how it manifests has been helpful to me. And the questions, the first chapter, it talks a little bit about how, people were asked how many food decisions they think they make in a day, and they would say, okay, maybe about 14 or 15. But when they actually studied them, they were making over 200 food-based decisions every day. So I started really thinking about decision making, and that how many hundreds of times per day can I make a decision that's going to make things better for me? And being mindful of that and aware of that has been very helpful. I remember on Tuesday I went to the gym, and some days I'm just not feeling like taking the steps up to the 3rd floor to go to the dietitian's office. So there's an elevator, and I'll just head for the elevator. I figure, well, I'm not going to the gym part, I'm going up to the medical level, so I'll take the elevator. But I had read a little bit of this book the night before, and something about me thought about the fact that this was a place where I can make a decision, where I can ask myself a question, and I took the stairs instead. So it's really interesting. I'm really excited to get through this book and to share things that I've learned with you guys, and hopefully it will help me, my weight and my food issues aren't the only aspects of my life that I need this kind of help with. I think I'm kind of a chronic procrastinator, and I do have trouble sometimes finishing projects or getting to the project stage past like the initial concept stage. Really, in my life at work, it's kind of a different story, but I have a lot of things that I want to work on, and I think that this book can be really, really helpful. So I'm excited about that. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and while I'm not going out to eat tomorrow, we are going to eat. We're making steaks tomorrow night at home, so that'll be exciting. But sometime this weekend, I've actually been given homework assignment by my dietitian to go out to eat with my boyfriend. So going out to eat is something I have not done yet since September. I mean, that sounds awful, right? It sounds awful. But I mean, I have gone out to eat, but every time I've been out, it's been to the Pro Sports Club Bistro, where I can order food that is sort of sanctioned by the 2020 Lifestyles program. I can have the 2020 pizza or the 2020 spaghetti squash with turkey meatball marinara, and that has been helpful in being able to kind of from a convenience standpoint, but I haven't had to push into those scary places like ordering food at a place where maybe the waiters aren't, really happy about, making your order special, and you asking how the filet mignon is prepared and asking them to hold the butter, and it's going to be weird. So there's a brewery that's opening up in the area that Eric really wants to check out, and I looked at the menu of this place and just laughed and laughed. It was all pub fare. It was like nachos and burgers, and they do have like some entrees with steak and whatnot, but at first glance I was like, there's just nothing I'm going to be able to eat here. There's nothing. So I mentioned it to my dietitian, who is actually a little familiar with the place, and we pulled up the menu on her computer together, and we went through some of the things, and we discussed briefly what would be a good strategy for ordering, and that's my project. Is this weekend we're going to go to this brewery, and I'm going to order a strip loin, and I'm going to ask if they can hold the loaded butter, and maybe instead of giving me the pretzel roll, giving me extra steamed vegetables. So I'm working up to it. It's a scary thing, but I need to get over that. So that's my big weekend plan at this point. So that's it. Things have been going really, really well. Got my teas, so that was good. Got my Zumba, haven't tried it yet, but I think probably tomorrow afternoon I'll have an opportunity to give it a shot at home, and then have a nice Valentine's Day steak dinner and keep it up. So that's it for now. I'll make it kind of short. Got to finish my yogurt. This is the Activia Greek yogurt with strawberry patch, and I use it for my probiotic. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish this. And until next time, take care.